Pokemon. Have you ever heard of it? It's this kind of niche little indie underground series that I've been playing for a long time, heck, since I was in like 4th grade, and I love this series. And I got a crazy new idea for what Pokemon is going to be next. So, I'm not here to hate on Gen 7 and Gen 8, but it's kind of obvious that there's a lot of people who have problems with these games. And I'm, of course, not going to hate on these games today, but I do want to give a little idea I've had for a while. And I've actually had this idea since Breath of the Wild. Oh, sorry, Mudkip, I'll fix you. There you go. So, after Breath of the Wild, I feel like everyone was like, wow, Nintendo's got this like big renaissance thing they're doing now, you know, new Zelda styles. What are they gonna do with Mario? We kind of saw it with Mario Odyssey, and we're all really expecting the next Pokemon games, you know, Pokemon Sword and Shield, to be like that. And I don't know, it kind of dropped the ball. I'm not here to hate, like I said, because I know plenty of people love this game, but we didn't get that big Breath of the Wild style game here. And I've cooked up this idea of having Pokemon be like Breath of the Wild. And I know what you're thinking. Sorry, Ray, you know, they. Having a game being like Breath of the Wild isn't a new idea. There's plenty of videos like that on YouTube. But just sit back, guys. I got a cool idea. And side note, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee kind of did ruin, I wouldn't say ruin, but kind of poked a little hole in my idea. But I found a way to kind of fine tune it, fix it up a little bit, and I think it's actually even better, and it's actually really cool. So sit back, guys, let me give you a little explanation. Here we go. So Breath of the Wild created this really big, expansive world where you could just go anywhere you want and do whatever you want, whenever you want, and it was really amazing. They had these different areas split up, and if you wanted to go around and do your different divine beasts, you know, the dungeons, the shrines, the Korok seeds, you're always finding stuff. You can do whatever you want in any order, and it was really awesome. But if you also wanted to jump straight to the end of the game, go fight Ganon, go for it. If you really think you can do it, then do it. And that was a really cool idea. So I think that having Pokemon in a style like this, we can do anything in any order you want, is a great idea. Don't worry, I know this ain't unique yet. Keep listening. So let's take a look at the map here. You could easily divide this into 8 sections for a Pokemon game. So have a gym here, you know, 4 gyms on the top, 4 gyms on the bottom. I don't know, however they want to design it. That's how they would do the gyms, and you'd be able to do those in any order you want. So if you want your first gym, you want it to be down here, those would be probably like, you know, like level 10 Pokemons in this area, and then let's just say you want to come all the way over here for your second gym, those would be level 20s, 30s, 40s, you know, etc. By doing this, you give it a completely unique experience for the player. So the first time you play the game, you know, you might battle these guys, and then these are the last ones, but then if you play through the game again, you'll start up here, and you could fight different Pokemon for the gym leaders, essentially. So for example, you know, you might fight Pokemon with like Oddish and Bidoof here, but then if on another playthrough and you come back to this gym in a later area, you know, it might be a Vileplume, a freaking Bibarel, big bad boys. And yeah, they'd have to level match all the different levels of Pokemon and change the evolutions based on which order you do it through, but they're a big studio, they can afford to code all that fun stuff. It just makes such a really great, unique experience. I know this isn't the big unique thing, this has been said before, but here is the catcher, guys. We're doing all Gen 2 Pokemon, and I know that sounds kind of lame, just reusing Pokemon, but here's a little catch. So, when they showed off the Alola Pokemon in Pokemon Sun and Moon, like the different versions of like Sandshrew, Vulpix, you know, Dugtrio, all those guys, it gave me thinking, they can make different forms of Pokemon with different typings, and that's such a really cool idea. And I wanted them to do this with the Kanto Pokemon, but they already did Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, which kind of ruined my thing that you don't want to do those all in a row. So I'm saying, you know what, Gen 2, because you can still get the Gen 1s in there. But basically what they're going to do is they would take all the Gen 2 Pokemon and turn them into like different types. So as I said before, you know, Vulpix was a fire type Pokemon, and they made it a ice type Pokemon, and you know, add like fairy types and all the different stuff to these Pokemon. This way, you know, it's the same Pokemon a lot of people know and love, but they have a completely unique new way of battling and fighting and just being unique. And it'd be so much fun to see different Pokemon in different versions. Like, I don't know why I have this idea, but I just have this idea of like a Machamp as like a water type, and he's like a mermaid, so he's got like a little mermaid tail and like the little stars on his little booby thingies. I don't know. There's just like the endless possibilities of goofiness and silliness for all these Pokemon to do with different types. I think it's amazing. And it's going to be really big because it's going to be just like Breath of the Wild, where you can run around and find all kinds of things to explore, and freaking Pokemon Snap, where you find all these Pokemon in their little natural habitats, whether they're, they're drinking water here, or, they're up in the mountains, eating grass, just like find them in their natural habitats. And I know that'd be kind of hard for them to do, but we've seen them do in Pokemon Snap. We're giving them unique personalities and stuff in the environment. I think they can do that in this game. So like an example of it is you might find like in the first level of Pokemon Snap, there is a Hoot in a tree. In the daytime, he's sleeping in the tree, and then at nighttime, he's out and kind of flying around and keeping watch on things. And I feel like if they added this would be so cool. I had this idea. I always picture how you can come across a tree and there's like a little beehive in there with bees in it. I don't know if you want to make them cone bees, but they're bees. We all know what bees are. And there's like a Teddy Ursa trying to like reach the beehive and like has to climb the tree. Maybe if you watch him, he struggles, and then maybe like their parent Ursaring comes in and tries to help up. But then they see you and they attack you. And I just think seeing all these Pokemon in not only in the environment would be so much fun, but seeing them with different typings would just really change up the experience a lot and make Pokemon feel fresh again. And if redoing all these Gen 2 Pokemon seems like it's a really big task, or it just kind of overcomplicates having all these different forms of Pokemon we already have, whatever the region's called, like essentially Alolan forms for all these Pokemon, like there might be Alolan form, regular form, and raised region form, I don't know. It might overcomplicate things, and if you don't like that, then we can try and trim this idea down a little bit. So what we could do is, remember all the beta Pokemon they found in the big leak? Thanks to these awesome people down here for making this kind of updated image of these Pokemon. But why don't we just use these beta Pokemon? Like, there's so many fun, clever ideas to have. Like, obviously, we probably wouldn't use this guy as a form of Meganium, and we'd make him his own line here. But there's some fun Pokemon here that we could just kind of throw in with the existing Gen 1, Gen 2 Pokedex. Like, this little guy here, or this, like, cute little tiger Pikachu kind of guy. I don't know, there's just some really creative Pokemon ideas that Game Freak had in their big old noggins for all this time, and we just found out about it because of a leak. They didn't even want us to know about this. Like, come on, look at this cute little Growlithe, little baby. It's adorable. So if you don't like having, remix all of Gen 2 Pokemon, then I don't know, we'll just have these beta Pokemon, throw them in with the Gen 1 and 2 decks, and have all our classic favorites run around in this world and being themselves. Well, that's my idea, guys. If you want to add things to it or take away things from it, feel free to do that in the comments. I mean, I love suggestions. And what Pokemon would you like to have in this if they remix the types? Like, my favorite is obviously the Mermaid Machamp with, like, the little mermaid tail and little starfish guys on him. I don't know. I think that's such a fun idea. But what kind of remix Pokemon of the Gen 2 decks would you guys like? Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. Feel free to let me know what you want in the comments. Otherwise, stay hydrated, guys. You need your water.